Hello and welcome to the Greatest Eternity Chronicles playthrough. We were right in the middle of the investigation of this case, and yeah, let's see what happens, because I thought it would stop eventually, but it just kept going, and I'm thinking it feels like since apparently from sources that the fourth episode and the fifth episode is connected. I'm thinking this is gonna be a final this is gonna be the final chapter, and something huge is gonna happen, but this is gonna be a huge chunk of it. The investigation part 2, it's gonna be huge. So it's not gonna be over in in a good time, in a good while at least. Anyway. So yeah, let's get to it. Smash on that shit, whatever. So what's good, bro? What to do?
You're alright, Mr. Netherhood? It's rather unusual to find ourselves here in the middle of our investigations.
What happened again? Oh yeah, I was just got my face bit off by a dog. Okay, right, I forgot about that. Boom, and then boom, there we go.
Please don't worry. As long as you continue to investigate thoroughly, you won't go far wrong.
Oh yes, of course. Let's get back to work as soon as possible. Okay. Filler. So Sholmes, what's good? Thank you for your concern, Mr. Sholmes. My dear fellow, I think nothing of it. I must say, I was quite... Wait, yeah, I cannot tell what he was saying now because I don't have the feedback. Okay. I was quite enthralled when I heard that you'd been attacked by a dog. For a moment, I feared that infamous murderer of so many had come back from the dead. You mean the professor? Yeah, I made that allusion, the comparison. Fortunately, I see your prize throat isn't scathed. That stiff, turned-up collar of yours is obviously afforded some welcome protection. Was I that close to death? All I really remember is the dog licking my face over and over again. Well, if you wish to avoid such troubles in the future, a little mustard spread on the cheek should do the trick. I should think that would balance the sweetness of your bandage rather splendidly. Are you trying to eat me up, bro? What's going on here? You see, I've been keeping all this beautifully covered in papers as always.
You really must tidy it up, Mr. Netherhood. You must really tidy it all up, Mr. Netherhood. No more excuses.
But Mr. Sato, the way I see it, all these papers building up on my desk like this are a reminder of my wonderfully diverse daily life. I like to leave them as they are, so I never forget how lucky I am to have such varied experiences.
In that case, you should definitely have a thorough tidy. Then you'll be able to see your papers building up all over again and feel that joy renewed.
Still can beat her in an argument, even though I'm the lawyer, yeah? Yeah, whatever. Let's move. Don't feel like there's anything interesting. So yeah, I was just licked to death. Okay. So is she here? She's not here. Wait, did I have anything in my court record that was added or some shit? He sniffed. Oh, Gregson trunk. Did I not examine this shit? Whoa, there's a huge scar. Have you seen this huge gash across the side of the trunk here? It's gone right through the leather and into the metal behind.
Gosh, for a metal chest like this to have been so badly damaged. Whatever made the gash must have struck the side of the...
It's a bullet hole! I think it's a bullet hole. And we're gonna find the bullet hole, the bullet inside of it there. Interesting.
Whatever made the gash must have struck the side of the trunk with considerable force.
I wonder how it happened. Whoa, blood. Look at this dark stain here. Do you think...
Yes, I'm afraid so. I think it's blood.
Ugh, I knew you were going to say that. So that presumably means...
that this was present at the scene when Inspector Gregson was killed. It's the most logical conclusion, yes.
I think Gina's been carrying this around with her. If you didn't know any better, I suppose it does look like a grease stain from all the fish and chips. Okay, let's open it. Let's have a look inside. Oh, it was that easy, okay. I thought we needed a key or some shit. Ooh, what's this? It looks very fancy. Look, there's something inside.
Oh, let's see. Appears to be a passport,
authorizing him to travel overseas. Was Inspector Gregson about to go on a trip abroad then? Yeah, he was going to France. Did you forget already?
Perhaps the date of departure might tell us something. That was...
Oh! What is it?
Was for travel on 31st October, just one day before the incident.
Okay, well, by the way, hey, I'm fucking up her voice. That was not her voice. I already forgot. One day, and I already forgot how to voice Sato.
What, really?
This one has been entered in the core record. Okay. Gregson went to France the day before his body was discovered. But was it just a one-way trip, a one-day trip? I thought it was gonna be much longer. Oh, it's a piece of glass, not a bullet hole. Do you see that? There's something stuck inside of the in the side of the trunk there. It's glinting.
Looks like a fragment of metal of some sort. It's wedged in... It's wedged in so tightly, I can't remove it.
Well, don't cut yourself. You'd better leave it, I think. Yeah, just pick it up, man. What are you talking about? Anything of note? No interest? Anything? Nope. Okay, well, I guess we'll check this thing. Tobias Gregson, passport number ACDC, date of departure within 1 week from 31st of October. Destination port of Dunkirk, France. Purpose of travel, police business. Notes, permission for the applicant and one additional person to travel. Interesting. Okay. But he was supposed to be gone though, that's the problem here. What the fuck?
Den Schlund es mir verbrannt, ach Hopfen deine Wut. Her mit dem Knacker ich befahl, hat wie ein Diamant, den Zahn entzwei es brach.
Gregson? Is this Gregson and is he fucking alive? What? What on earth is going on in here? Am I having a bad... What the fuck? No, it's an old German... It's an old German folk song. I'd rather find your rendition, I think. It's the least of my concerns.
Iris...
Iris, what's the matter?
Who's that sprawling? I mean, that relaxed gentleman over there.
Is that the corpse of Gregson? Or is that just Gregson sleeping and he just faked his death? Iris, is she even listening? Is she like feeling distraught about him? Or like, what's going on? Excuse me, sir. I do apologize for troubling you whilst you're singing so merrily, but he's not singing. Would you be kind enough to explain the situation? Well, that worked. What's going on? A crooning gentleman and a mute young girl. A rather tantalizing juxtaposition. And one that appears to have incited the gods of deduction within me. Okay, we are really gonna do it. Okay, dance of deduction time.
Mr. Sholmes, do you mean...
The strains of reasoning within me are playing now as a delightful duet. One melody sings of a reunion full of nostalgia, whilst the other is a morose theme about the great secret you're trying so desperately to conceal, Iris. She's turned as white as a sheet. Hey, he was correct.
So as usual, you've instantly seen to the very heart of the matter.
And by the time my own brief performance is over, I feel sure this gentleman's song will reach its finale. So then, to music land, where all its sweetness, and delicacy and harmony. Pray, do enjoy Sherlock Sholmes' latest logic and reasoning spectacular. He even has like the appropriate fit. Okay, this is Gregson. Oh wait, no, it's not. Oh, I got hyped up for a second and I thought, oh. I thought it was Gregson, but no, it's Mikotoba. It's his mustache. They have the same mustache, but it's Mikotoba. Aww. Man. Firstly, we consider the gentleman's nationality. Clearly he's a German, with no grasp of the English language. As evidenced by the Germanic song he sings and his apparent inability to understand when asked to desist. He's not singing though, it's a recording. So who is the man here at all, in such apparently high spirits? The answer, of course, Iris, is clearly known to you. Yeah, and it's Mikotoba, and like she's just like, she doesn't know what to say because Sasato's right here. Indeed, we need only to follow the gaze of those bright young eyes to unravel that particular part of this mystery. The reason for the man's semi-later-tetting warbling is revealed by the herbal tea. You obviously offered our German guest a cup of your last daily... Bro, I'm fucked up. The tea's delectable flavor has made the man's spirit soar, and resulted in this joyful ditty tumbling incessantly from his lips. I eagerly await sampling the flavor myself, that I may join the fellow in his state of elation. Now, the next question. Who killed Captain Alex? Is the gentleman availing himself thoroughly of the city? As it happens, a number of years ago now, a certain gentleman of German origin engaged my service in solving a particularly delicate case. It required the retrieval of letters once sent to an acquaintance that might have proved problematic. In order to conceal his noble identity, he also arrived at my office in a mask. The gentleman's name was Willem Gottfried Sigismund von Ornstein. Ornstein, like the Dark Souls boss, okay. The King of Germany. If memory serves, the mask was worn by this gentleman is identical. No, that's the Asogi mask. Yes, there can be no question, the mask belongs to the King of Germany. It would appear that His Majesty remembers the fine service I afforded him, and has decided to throw his face again, mask and all, in order to express his gratitude. A well-mannered monarch indeed, wouldn't you agree, my dear fellow? No. Also, if you talked to him before, wouldn't he already know English? And he would understand you, you know? So the idea of this masked visitor is in fact my former client, the King of Germany! Indeed, his son is currently in London as well, enjoying the wonders of the great exhibition. Okay, bro. Girl's silence. Ah, she put him to sleep by accident. Or maybe her tea is so bad he fucking fainted. And like she doesn't know what to do with it. Okay. She is us with one remaining unponderable, yes. With one remaining unponderable. Yes, you, young Iris. But your apparently inexplicable silence is unable to hide the truth. Oh. Yes, the reason of your mutedness concealed inside that knapsack. A £5 note, I believe. I must say, as your compatriot, I'm deeply saddened. It would appear that you allowed yourself to be bribed into silence by His Royal Highness, earning yourself some spending money in exchange for keeping quiet about the King's secret. And now, the final piece of the puzzle. What is the secret you strive to hide with your silence, Iris? Yes, we need only follow that brief and involuntary twitch of your eyes to find the answer. You're attempting to abscond with the coffee cup, with that coffee cup. My favorite coffee cup, in fact. Or should I say the handle of my favorite coffee cup? It appears that his high-spirited highness broke it in the midst of his hijinks. Which leads us to the sad truth. My favorite coffee cup has been broken by the King of Germany, and Iris, you tried to conceal it from me! I shall have a bill sent via governmental channels to the German royal family for its replacement. Now maybe she burned her tongue, or like she's keeping something in her mouth, you know, so she can speak. This concludes Sherlock Holmes' great deduction of this painful puzzle.
Mit dem Schwarzbiergebot. Modend wie ein Feuerberg.
Your silence as well. The fellow's jovial warbling rather rings in the air, does it not?
Mr. Sholmes, I must say something does rather trouble me.
Pray, Mr. Sato, do tell.
His Royal Highness doesn't appear to have moved a muscle since we arrived.
Ah. And you haven't said a word either, Iris. Uh-oh. If Mr. Sholmes has it all right, you might as well own up to it now. Your reasoning isn't entirely without substance, I must admit. And one other thing, Mr. Sholmes. It's another grievance, Mr. Naruto. Surely not. Well, I actually read the story of that case recently, and the one you were just describing. According to that at least, it wasn't the King of Germany. It was the King of Bohemia. Goodness, was it?
Yes, that's quite true. Master Gotz, the prince testified to that in court. In his words, I have come to see the great exhibition all the way from my home in Bohemia.
I would ask you to keep that minor error to yourselves. It could easily become quite a scandal.
I believe, Mr. Naruto, that it's our turn now to make some corrections to a number of minor errors.
Is it really minor, though?
That may have slipped in.
Yes, even Mr. Sholmes is willing to admit he might be slightly wide off the mark this time. Although it's clear that Iris is definitely hiding something. We need to find out the truth behind this mysterious scene. One truth is incontrovertible. My favorite coffee cup is no more. So, shall we embark again? Hello, Offie! And sorry for the humongous galactically huge, large size delay. Again, the connection is not back today. I am sad to inform you of that information. And yeah, if you wanna have a recap of the thing, we just woke up after getting eaten, our face getting eaten by the dog. And then, yeah, someone's sleeping on our couch. And it looks like Susato's dad, but Sholmes think it's the King of Germany. And now we're gonna prove it, that it's not. And yeah, that's basically it. And yeah, my bad if last time, like yesterday, like the stream just cut off like abruptly. I didn't think like me ending the stream where I was at, it would cut off where the delay was. So like, it just looked like I just stopped the stream like instantly, when actually like, yeah, I don't know, I did the whole outro and everything, you know, but yeah. Yeah. So yeah. And yeah, enjoy. Yes, so shall we embark again on a joint presentation of Herlock Sholmes' Logic and Reasoning Spectacular. Let's go. Course correction. Hold it, Mr. Sholmes. King of Germany. Firstly, we consider the gentleman's nationality. Clear he's German with no grasp of the English language. No. The answer, of course, Iris, is clearly known to you. Indeed, we need only follow the gaze of those bright young eyes to unravel the particular part of this mystery. The reason for the man's irritably warbling is revealed by the herbal tea. So what, it's some mix of herbs that gives you the urge to sing?
Goodness, I should like to try some.
I'd like to hear you singing, but this man, just how long does he intend to keep up with that tune, do you suppose?
As I said, he's been stock still the entire time. If you look closely, his lips aren't moving either.
Yeah, I don't think you need to look close to see that.
I'm not sure what's actually responsible for the spirited singing. I suspect the answer lies at the end of Iris's gaze.
Yeah, it's just the fucking music shit over there, the gramophone.
Take that!
There we go. Ooh. Okay. The reason for the man's mildly irritating warbling is revealed by the gramophone. Indeed, for no well-bred gentleman would break into an obscure folk song when making a social call. I just hope Nikotoba isn't fucking dead. That's the only thing I hope for. In other words, this gentleman isn't singing at all, in fact. It would appear that the fellow is unconscious. The music seems to have stopped now. Like, it's kind of insane of like your spatial awareness is so bad you can't even tell the music comes from the gramophone. Like, come on, dude. I ask you, Mr. Naruto. Yes. Would I have purchased a recording of that gibberish? How would I know? Well, never mind. On with the deduction. Who exactly is availing himself so thoroughly of the settee? That happens a number of years ago. Yeah, okay. When of German origin engaged. Yeah, I thought he was Bohemian. He required. Yeah. In order to conceal his noble attitude, he also arrived at my office in a mask. The gentleman's name was Wilhelm Gottfried Sigismund von Ornstein, the King of Germany. She's just startled because, like, what the fuck are you yapping about? Yeah, if my memory serves, the mask was worn by this gentleman is identical. Yes, there can be no question. Yeah, like, no. Although we've already established he was actually the King of Bohemia.
Since Sholmes intends to persist with his Germany theory for some reason.
Come to think of it, the young prince was wearing a mask as well, wasn't he?
Mr. Gotts, the boy whom you had in tears.
Don't remind me. Or anyone else.
Do you suppose all members of the aristocracy of mainland Europe wear masks?
I'm sure they do. Well, probably anyway. The point is that mask doesn't belong to any king.
No, that's right. As we well know. Because we can identify the true owner of this mask.
Yeah, it's our boy.
Take that!
Boom! Easy peasy lemon squeezy like a walk in the park. Yes, there can be no question that mask belongs to Kazuma Asogi. In other words, my memory is sublimely unreliable. Only you could try to make that sound positive. Kazuma's mask has been languishing on his metal chest for several days, though that doesn't explain why the gentleman is wearing it now. But it is now a simple matter to determine our guest's true identity. After all, the gentleman is unconscious. Yeah, you could have just taken it, you know, all this whole time. We need only excuse ourselves in advance, gently lift the mask and peer behind it. Yeah, it's Mr. Mikotoba. I don't believe it. Ah! Father! I'm afraid, Mr. Sato, you must...
No! I think not, Mr. Sholmes.
It would appear our logic and reasoning has once again revealed the truth. It's a serious visitor.
It's my unconscious father, Eugene Mikotoba.
Logic and reasoning, or just looking and saying, yeah. Eugene Mikotoba. And what's he doing here? Solved. Well, that was pretty much some big ass fucking bloat. You could like... Oh, it's Eugene Mikotoba. Oh, okay, you know, like... Anyway, which leaves us with one remaining unponderable. Yes, you, young Iris. But your apparently inexplicable sense is unable to hide the truth. Yes. No, it's not this. So that's a £5 note poking out from Iris's knapsack. Is it?
Oh dear, I can't be sure. Most money that we encounter is in coin form.
I know, I'm not sure even if we've seen any banknotes here in Britain at all, have we?
But anyway, father would never have paid money for Iris's silence.
This really seems like the silent type himself though, judging by his present state. Some other reason for Iris's silence, I suppose.
That's what Iris is trying to so hard not to give away with her eyes. Something entirely different.
Well... What are you hiding, buddy? What are you hiding, bub? Can I look other... No, okay, it's only here. The box. Yeah, I think it's the metal box. Let me check it.
It's a metal chest. It contains important documents, doesn't it?
Yes, details of all the cases Mr. Sholmes has worked on over the years. Written up by Iris's father, if I'm remembering correctly. Oh! god, did Eugene do the Giga Chat thing and actually tell her her father's dead, bro? Oh my god, like, at long fucking last, like, yeah, he's the guy who actually had the balls to fucking tell her. Is that what happened? I hope it's what happened. Ugh. Yeah, okay, cool. Epic.
Iris insists that the chest is kept locked at all times. She's never once showed me inside. Well, its contents are invaluable to her, I suppose, and entirely irreplaceable. But look at it now. The catch is unlocked for some reason, for once.
Ah, so it is. Yeah, that's hard to ignore.
Very. I've never seen that chest unlocked before in all the time we've been staying here at Baker Street.
Yeah, that's present. Okay. Yes, the reason for your muteness is concealed inside that metal chest. An excellent observation, for upon closer inspection, there's something different about the chest's appearance. Yeah, it's kept locked at all times, you know, yet now the catch is open. Evidently this has something to do with your refusal to speak, Iris. But it's a simple enough matter to incite you to speak, I'm sure. I merely need to open this chest. And she's gonna say stop, will she? Here we go.
No! Hurley, don't!
There we go. Oh. Oh. Oh, dude. Just bros being bros, bro. I love like some good bromance, bro. Bro, what the fuck? Okay, dude. He's dead. He's gone. That's it's done. It's over. Dunzo. Never.
No, Hurley, I told you not to open it.
Yeah, you said it too late. Ah, so you find your voice now, Iris.
Ah!
In other words, what just happened clearly reveals the truth here. Yes, the real reason for your silence until now is...
This is somewhat different to the usual dance of deduction you perform with Mr. Sholmes, isn't it?
Well, he's left me alone on the ballroom floor. I'm going to have to dance with this next part solo. And anyway, I need to get to the bottom of this for my own peace of mind. Yeah. Now then, Iris isn't usually the silent type, so...
You mean you don't actually know the answer yet, despite that knowing point of the finger before?
Mrs. Sato, sometimes a man needs to point his finger first and think later.
Oh, well, if you say so. I think we'd better examine Iris more closely and try to rescue the situation then.
What's going on? What's wrong? Oh, the key. Oh, okay. Okay. I see. Spizzeria. Okay, yes, the real reason for your silence until now is that key behind your back. It was the thing that allowed you to open the thing and show that it was a trap this whole time. Yes, and Mr. Mikotoba died as a result. Oh my god, okay. When Mr. Sholmes was thrown into the air before.
No!
Just before you called out to try to stop him, you slipped something out of your mouth. That something is the key now in your hands. Ah, so she did have something in her mouth. Okay. Note the key to the chest.
You're so clever, Runo.
So now it becomes clear. Thanks to Mr. Sholmes' graphic demonstration. We can imagine, I love graphic demonstration. That sounds like something else, buddy. We can well imagine what happened here.
But...
Professor Mikotoba also opened that metal chest only to be punched into the air. And her land sprawled on the settee.
But wait, that doesn't explain all the facts. What about the stylish scarf? And the cup of tea? And above all, why would he be wearing Kazuma-sama's mask?
Yeah. Well, for the curious details, I can link something. Clear and unbelievable miracle took place in this room. Isn't that right, Iris? Consider how the room was arranged before this whole painful experience took place. When Professor Mikotoba opened the chest, completely unaware of what awaited him inside. The mask was flung into the air just as he was, only to land neatly on his face when he fell back down. The teacup's journey through the air ended when it caught on the Okay, that's a bit far-fetched. Like, you just... Okay. Where's this finger?
You mean to say that this stylish scarf
Is actually just a tablecloth. This is the Great Detective's office, after all. A place of miraculous deductions. And how did his hat not come clean off, though? Would you expect anything less? No, that's a lot of bullshit. Honestly.
Yes, you're right. It happened exactly as you said.
Okay, that's not her voice.
Brilliant, Runo.
This concludes Ryunosuke Naruhodo's great deduction of this punchy puzzle. There we go. We don't need Sholmes to do this shit, man.
So then, why don't I make a fresh pot of tea for us all?
Objection.
Oh! An admirable performance, Mr. Naruhodo. But in the final act of the show, you rather missed everything of importance. Yeah! I was like, no, there's something missing. Mr. Sholmes! Yeah, you're not gonna steal his show, buddy! Ah, okay. Let's go! If you need him after all. Yeah, I knew it, I knew. You cannot do this shit on your own, bro. You need Mr. Sholmes. You're like, it's a duo for a reason, you know? Like, you're the good at deducing, he's good at noticing. Iris, clearly hiding a great secret. Yeah. Ah! She is, from the look on her face. Sholmes must be right, whatever that great secret is. The cat isn't out of the bag yet, so I put it to you I can. You were attempting to abscond with that coffee cup.
It really is a shame about Mr. Sholmes' cup.
Must have been smashed when Professor Mikotoba opened the chest.
Oh dear, so many things seems to have been broken here.
But now that the deduction has taken a different direction, Iris doesn't seem to be trying to hide the broken cup anymore. In other words, her great secret is something else. Let's put our observational skills to work here one final time then. What is she hiding? Pick up. No, is this something? Oh, case file. So she did learn about her father's death. There we go. I love the reprise of the song. Like, I love the allegro of the tune. Yeah, you are attempting to abscond with that case file. Iris, as you know very well, nothing escapes the attention of a great detective.
No!
Yeah. Visited Scotland Yard's. Oh, right! She knew because she was the one who took it. Okay. Visited Scotland Yard's autopsy laboratory earlier today. And Dr. Gorey informed us that the autopsy report of Clint Van Zeeks had gone missing. Love the creepy look, like the creepy side-eye. Okay. Clint Van Zeeks. Yes, I do seem to recall. Okay, it was not about her father, but it was about Clint. Interesting. But some years ago, I asked to see the report in question. You were with me, weren't you, Iris? You mean it was you, Iris? So those papers you have there are...
I'm sorry. Forgive me!
Aww. First time I see her cry. Aww, it's okay, bro. Give her a hug now, bro. Okay, elementary. Okay, okay, yeah. Okay. In truth, I would like to have thought I could have predicted that the booby-trapped chest, but it caught me completely off guard. I was nearly delayed consulting Detective Sherlock Holmes.
Ugh, I'm sorry, Hurley.
So you mean this autopsy report really is?
Yes, I took it from the lab, even though I knew it was very important. Was there something in it that troubled you, Iris?
Oh, shit, no!
Wait, oh yeah, I have a history key, I forgot. Not exactly something that troubled me. Something I'd been looking for. Oh! When I saw this report, when I saw the writing in it, I knew it was Daddy's. The writing? Your father's writing? What do you really mean? Iris? This is something that's hard for her to talk about. Yeah. So it was confirmed it was her father. The guy was a forensics guy. He knew this guy. And yeah, they did all this shit together. It was her dad that fucking died. Tell her already, buddy. Like, come on. Come on. Come on. Forgive me for interrupting, my dear fellows. Mr. Sholmes, what is it? Feel as though the poor unconscious gentleman on the city has been somewhat forgotten. Father! Yeah. Perhaps we should find our guest somewhere more peaceful to rest. Mr. Neruhodo. Yes. Would you be so kind as to lend him your bed? We must do our very best to make him comfortable, I feel. Oh, yes, of course. I'll help you carry him up. So will I? No, I can manage alone, thank you. You have tea to enjoy. We wouldn't want Iris's brute stew. Because there's no better way to make the professor comfortable than dragging him up upstairs like a trunk. I wonder, perhaps that was deliberate. Maybe Mr. Sholmes is making himself scarce to give Iris the chance to talk more freely. We must use this opportunity to talk with Iris. And find out what's going on. Okay. I wonder how bad the fucking internet is. Always. I don't care. Okay. Like, wait, dropped frames. Like I'm at 0 kbps. Holy shit. The stream is cutting off left, right, and center, man. It's like unwatchable. Well, I apologize, my dear viewers. It was an honor to stream with you, and I'm sorry for like the stream being so ass. Like genuinely, like the assest it can ever be, like, and ever be in. Wait. Like, it's just jumping. Like, do I have to keep my phone open or something? What's going on? Yeah, no, it's just jumping from like high internet to low internet. Like, well, I'll just leave it there. Okay. Yeah, I guess it's gonna be a recording. It's gonna be better in the recording. Anyway, yeah, what was I saying? Yeah. Yeah, okay, let's talk. Yeah, okay, I was confused. Your daddy. Now, tell her. Would you like to tell us about it, Iris? About your father? I'm sure I told you before, didn't I? That daddy used to be Hurley's partner. Yes, and that notes about all the cases they delved together are kept inside that metal case, chest. That's right. Hurley told me, you see? Oh, he said that daddy's somewhere far away now, so we can't meet. That's one way of describing it. Then, when I secretly unlocked the chest and read through the papers inside, I started to build up a picture in my head of what daddy must be like. Well, that's only natural. You're just like any other girls of your age. Wait. I read that daddy was a professor of medical science. So I studied and took my degree too. Well, that's only natural, I suppose. In that respect, you're not quite like any other girl of your age, though. But it was one thing that I could never find out. Daddy's name. What? His name wasn't anywhere on any of the notes that he'd made about his work with Hurley. But then, one day... That's what happened, is it? Inside this autopsy report. You finally managed to work it out, is that right? Yes. It was the handwriting in the report that caught her eye. When I saw the writing on that report, I could hardly believe it. And on that handwriting, I thought to myself. Because it was the same as the writing you'd seen on your father's case notes. Exactly. I was desperate to compare the two properly. I needed to see them side by side. I asked the doctor in the laboratory, but I was told I couldn't take the report Couldn't take the report away. And even worse, I was told that it was the first and last time we'd be allowed even to look at it here. There.
I'm sorry, I just can't like, I don't know what's wrong with me today, like I just cannot do the voice properly. I forgot how to do it. So he decided to steal it.
When I compared the autopsy report with the case notes I had here, it was no doubt. The handwriting was exactly the same. It was Daddy's. And the signature of the coroner at the bottom of the autopsy report read Dr. John H. Wilson. So that's how I finally found out. I learned Daddy's name at last.
I see.
Ever since then, I've called myself Iris Wilson. That's how also when I had the brilliant idea of writing stories all about Daddy's exciting times with Hurley. Decided there and then that I'd write the adventures of Sherlock Holmes. Oh, Iris, I had no idea the stories had quite such a deep personal significance for you.
You can see why the autopsy report was so important to her now. Why she was prepared to break the law to get her hands on it. Interessant. I must apologize, Iris. This is really all my fault.
Hurley?
I made a promise, you see, that until the time was right, I'd keep the details about your father a secret.
I know. I've been very naughty. I'll take the autopsy report back to Dr. Gorey and apologize. I promise.
Yes, we'll go together, I think.
Then let me look after it for you until we get there.
There we go. I wanted to look at it. Sorry.
I must go and water my herbs, I think.
No, that was... She got quickly over it. Never mind.
I'll see you all later.
Okay, but... Poor Iris. She must be feeling awful. Mr. Sholmes is here for her, but still. Like, why is she feeling awful, though? Ah! What? What?
Oh, what's the meaning of this, Mr. Sholmes?
Wait, what's going on? Let me read. Let me read it. John H. Wilson, name Clint Van Zeeks, male, nationality British, 33, time of death 31st of May, between 9 p.m. and midnight. Death from a single stab wound to the heart. Other superficial external wounds indicative of a duel. Oh. Recent scarlet ink stains visible on the little and ring finger on the right hand, but no documented in corresponding ink was found. Vital evidence recovered from the victim's stomach during autopsy. Credit to Inspector Gregson for petitioning so doggedly for the autopsy procedure. No internal trauma noted anywhere in the body. John H. Wilson. Vital evidence. Because of a duel. Okay, so he dueled to death. Interesting. Do you have any evidence, other evidence? Okay. Well, never mind then. Okay, there's nothing to cover that correlates with, but interesting.
What's the meaning of this, Mr. Sholmes?
Mr. Sholmes? What's wrong? Oh, dear me. So, you've noticed, I see.
But that would mean...
Yeah, it wasn't a dog that killed him, that's the thing I was thinking about. What on earth is the matter, Mrs. Sato? You've turned as white as a sheet.
It's this autopsy report, Mr. Naruto. The one from 10 years ago. The writing isn't Dr. Wilson's at all.
Huh? What do you mean? How could you possibly know that?
Because I know this writing very well.
It's Mikotoba's.
This writing... It's my father's.
What? Professor Mikotoba's. Indeed, it's true. And now you know. My dear fellows. No, I don't know anything. What on earth does this all mean, Mr. Sholmes? What?
The idea that's slowly forming in my mind is just too extraordinary to believe. Is
John H. Wilson Mikotoba?
Please, you have to explain.
What?
No way. Is that what?
So her father isn't dead?
So this autopsy report was actually penned by Professor Mikotoba then? That makes no sense. It's not possible, surely. Not possible.
My dear fellow, pray, take a deep breath and think again.
Yes, you're right. In some ways, it actually makes a great deal of sense.
It does?
10 years ago is when father returned to Japan after his extended study tour in Britain.
And prior to his return, where was Dr. Mikotoba engaged?
Ah, of course.
He was an assistant in Dr. Wilson's laboratory, learning about forensic science. And as an assistant, he would have aided with the dissection work, making detailed notes, which would be assembled into the full autopsy report. Once the work was complete, the head coroner would check the contents and put his signature on the document.
In other words, the only writing of Dr. Wilson's in the report would be his signature at the end.
I see, so Iris got the wrong end of the stick, you mean? She saw that and assumed the whole report had been written by Dr. John H. Wilson.
Which is very understandable, of course.
What a complicated situation. Okay, so no, alright. So no, it is two different people. So her father is actually dead. Like Mikotobe was just his assistant, and he was just writing this shit down. Okay. The whole of Clint's autopsy report have been updated in the court record. Okay. Thinking about it, most of what we know about you, Mr. Sholmes, comes from the published stories of your exploits.
Yes, the adventures of Sherlock Sholmes, written by Iris.
And we really have no way of knowing what's fact and what's fiction. Most troubling for you, my dear fellow, I'm sure. So what about this supposed partner of yours? Did he really exist or not? We've come straight to the point, I see.
And please, come straight to the answer.
I believe Iris explained it in one of her installments. He was a trusted comrade, and the only person I could truly have called a friend.
And did this partner of yours truly make a record of all your cases? Are his notes really stored inside that metal chest?
Absolutely, my dear madam. Absolutely. So, where's your partner now? He's fucking dead, and you know it. We rarely meet. So you see, he lives on the other side of the world. If this autopsy report and the records of all your old cases were penned by the same hand, and if the autopsy report was written, though not signed, by your famous partner, there would be only one logical conclusion. Pray, impress me. Your partner would have to be Eugene Mikotoba. In other words, Mr. Sato's father. Upon my words, Mr. Naruto. Yes? You are coming along wonderfully. You have hit upon the method at last. You finally grasp the art of deduction. You mean to say... Allow me to introduce you to my great friend and partner, Mikotoba. Oh. So who's Wilson? Who's the guy who died? What? Professor Mikotoba. It's kind of like outlandish. Like I'm like supposed to be surprised. I'm like, whoa, but this is like so out the water, out the wazoo. Like I'm just like, Crimson Mikotoba.
Does this mean that you're the real Dr. Wilson?
No, my dear. I'm still my old self. Eugene Mikotoba, your father.
Oh, of course.
There's obviously too much for Susan to take in. I must say, though, my old friend has attained worldwide celebrity. As a great mystery solver, is the greatest mystery of all.
So remember the first time we met? Pray remind me. When was it again, Mikotoba? 16 years ago, Sholmes. Yes, quite. 16 years ago. I just arrived from Japan with Seishiro and Genshin. I was in search of lodgings close to the hospital, some comfortable rooms at a reasonable price. But rents are devilishly high in that particular area. That's right, so I decided I needed someone to share lodgings at the expense. I was fortunate enough to be introduced to Sholmes, who finds himself in a similar situation. I was a callow fellow back then, a mere shadow of the great detective you see before you now. I was working at the hospital's chemical laboratory at the time, indulging my curiosities for little gain. And the situation of our cohabitation led us to pursuing cases together, you see. Hard to believe, it was a mere 6 years ago. We had a great many adventures. The last year of Mikotoba's stay in Britain, that most infamous of cases presented itself. And a case with which you've become rather familiar yourselves, the professor killings. After the trial, Seishiro and I were summoned back home. Hardly surprising, given the circumstances. So there you have it. And as you know, all the details recorded by my trusty chronicler remain in that metal chest. This is just amazing. Professor Mikotoba really is Mr. Sholmes' famous partner. Yeah, but who's Wilson? Father. Goodness, what a cuddling look. As your daughter, I'm very proud to learn that you were the great detective's great partner. But nevertheless, there's another mystery that I really must ask you to explain now. Yeah, and that is? You know very well what it is. The unresolved matter of Iris's father. Yeah, of course, I'd almost forgotten about that one. Well, you see, I had an affair, and I fucked some bitches in England. It's not so far-fetched to understand. Should have seen this coming, I suppose. Iris told us. But all the notes about the great detective's adventures that are in that little chest were written by her father. Isn't that correct, Mr. Sholmes? It is indeed what I told young Iris. But if you're Mr. Sholmes' partner, father, and you wrote all those case notes, then Iris' father must be you! Upon my word, Miss Sato. You are coming along wonderfully as well. You two have hit upon the method at last. You finally grasped the art of deduction. What? What you've always told me, father, is that my mother died when I was born 16 years ago, and you've left me in Grandmother's care, whilst you embarked on your study tour of Britain, and I've always accepted that. But all this about Iris. Oh, there it is. Susato-san's ice-cold stare. No, hold on a minute. It was very complicated. I mean, it's really not what you think. Then perhaps you'd like to explain exactly what it is. Okay. Take down. There it is. Now the ice from the ice hole to red hot just before she... No, really? You've got the wrong end of the stick. Sholmes, say something, man. Nope. That's quite enough, my fiery fellows. Mr. Sholmes, when did he get all dressed up? Whilst I don't like to interrupt this exciting exploration of the past, Mikotoba and I have an urgent matter that requires a short excursion. It's very late, Mr. Sholmes. Where must you go? To kill people. Why, my dear madam, is that not obvious? My partner and I must pursue our natural enemies. So, get your coat, Mikotoba. The game is afoot. But, Mr. Sholmes, I really must give Susato a full explanation, I think. Later, my dear fellows, later. Our carriage awaits downstairs already. You haven't changed one iota, have you? I mean, really, I visited our home after 10 long years, and when I opened that chest in a fit of nostalgia, I quite inexplicably passed out. And as if that wasn't enough, when I eventually regained consciousness, I plunged straight into all this. Father, please. Go with Mr. Sholmes now. What? I've no doubt that whatever happened, you were acting in everyone's best interest. I trust you, completely. Susato. and sending the great detective and his great partner off on renewed adventures out together. And more, it's more than I could have hoped for in my wildest dreams.
Very well then, we'll speak again later. So,
I believe your own work is done for the day.
I wish the best of luck for tomorrow. Yes, Mr. Naruto, good luck in battle, and in reaching a decision. A decision about whether to go back to Japan, I suppose. Okay.
So much happened that day that I barely knew what to do with myself. It would only be later that I'd come to realize how amidst the chaos I'd unleashed were all the clues I needed to finally unearth the truth. And that all the turmoil was necessary to give me the resolve to see everything through.
Hey, that was a name drop. And okay, it's the end of this chapter. Good to know. Alright, so yeah, it was a two-parter case. Okay. Okay. Is E. The resolve of Ryunosuke Naruhodo. There we go. And I think, we're gonna keep this short because like this shit is unwatchable anyway, like in terms of like streaming. Like this shit is probably cutting off again and 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 again. So you're watching the VOD, you're having a comfortable experience, like a very nice, cool experience, But yeah, on the stream, like it's ass. So yeah, and like I'm just gonna make it short so that to keep it like for later. Like I want until like we have a good internet connection, like again, because bro, like this shit is like, Anyway, yeah, have a good one. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next episode tomorrow, Hollow Knight again and stuff. Yeah. Bye bye.